Hey, YouTube, what is going on? Here we go, we might say. I know that you guys love a good chat. Here we go at the start of videos, even when there's no chat. But this time, it's a YouTube exclusive, guys. We're watching some ranked replays. We need some content to fill every day of the week. We've been doing daily uploads for a while now, and I didn't want to give up on it. I think I might at least do daily uploads until the end of the year. So we've got some ranked replays to watch, and it's good ones. We got oKhaliD versus Ashllxyy. oKhaliD versus Ashllxyy in 3 different ranked replays today. We saw Ashllxyy play on stream recently against CRR and Ayub. Ayub was a good game. That was an incredibly defensive game between Ashllxyy and Ayub. And we saw oKhaliD play in the Feer Fest, unable to play in Mount 1v1. And before anybody in the comments tries to get ahead of this and say, what? oKhaliD's playing 1v1. How come he couldn't play in Mount 1v1? Playing in ranked in a couple different games is much, much different than playing in a tournament. So keep that in mind. For example, you can play ranked whenever you want, whereas these tournament games need to be scheduled during very crucial, critical times that teams are frequently practicing and whatnot. Anyways, the point is, just because oKhaliD is playing ranked 1v1 here does not mean that he deserves to be flamed for not being able to play in Mount 1v1. But neither one of these guys scoring, man. The intro going on a long time as both these players search for their first goal. There, oKhaliD with a low 50 will get his goal. You know we're on a ranked replay game because we're on Farmstead. Farmstead is definitely not a map we choose very often for show matches, although it's not that bad. I think the only reason why I don't do Farmstead is the players don't really like it. There's some ones that every time I've tried to suggest, players, ask to get them changed. But we'll see how this one goes. I think oKhaliD is ranked somewhere in the top 3. He's top 1, 2, or 3. I think it's Moxie, Lionblaze, and oKhaliD right around the top of the leaderboard. Ashllxyy, I'm not sure. I think he's around the 20-ish range last time I checked. Ashllxyy from England, if you didn't already know. oKhaliD, the Saudi Arabian 1v1 legend. oKhaliD starting an air dribble here, but not getting much out of it. It's kind of interesting. We watched oKhaliD play some ranked in the past, and when we did, we saw him playing a pretty aerial-focused game, especially for his standards, as he gets a 50 and doubles it off the back wall. But when we watch him play in show matches and in bigger events, he is a very grounded 1v1 player. Definitely prefers dribble plays over air dribble plays. But now the couple different rank sessions that we've watched him play, he's been a little bit more aerial focused than when it comes down to show matches. Nice shot here, though, man. He is running it up finally. It took a long time for oKhaliD to get going, but he has now, as he gets Ashllxyy to make a tough save and a really well-placed continuation shot. oKhaliD in control once again. A little bit of the flick game that we know of his, but can't place it on the far post. Ashllxyy with a 100 boost, setting up a far shadow. He did not want to dive in too deep. oKhaliD could have gotten away with bringing that ball closer and closer to the net, but did try the early flick. Ashllxyy, a double. What a shot from Ashllxyy. Wow. Took him a while, about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get his first goal, but a nasty one at that, as he doubles it off the back wall, pinching it with oKhaliD. This will be the spark that gets him going. Ashllxyy is a guy who certainly does play the aerial game in show matches, in every situation, and he should be able to get a second here. Nice play. A good kickoff, gaining control and just keeping the ball high out of oKhaliD's reach in the corner. Ashllxyy, can he tie up the game? No. Went for that bump immediately off kickoff, but left a sliver of space for oKhaliD to sneak away underneath. Since the Fennec has come out, has oKhaliD played almost any other car. I don't think we've ever seen khalid play in a different car since the Fennec. I know, he was playing before the Fennec existed. He was playing in tournaments, but I think he was playing in Octane. But since the Fennec has come out, has khalid just been 100% Fennec all the time? 3-2. Bit of a low scoring one. khalid going up 3-0. Ashllxyy needing another goal, but he should be able to get one here. Nice play. Just a slight cut at midfield. khalid looking for that backflip challenge is hard to do in those dribble situations. He's not able to get away with it. Ashllxyy trying to roll a direct kickoff goal. That's not going to work. khalid in the air as the clock winds down. The flip reset. Oh, the fake from khalid. My goodness. 4-3. khalid absolutely. Oh, I was going to say, did the game forfeit? It seemed like that kickoff took a while. But khalid, a fifth. Oh, my gosh. Well, tough break for Ashllxyy at the end of game one. But we got 3 games of these guys playing together. So we'll check out the second one. What a crazy end to this first game. khalid with a nice flip reset. I mean, a great setup. That's what it's all about. If you're going to fake those flip resets and let the ball bounce in underneath, you have to get a good enough setup that you can legitimately threaten using the flip. And khalid did exactly that to get that, not game-winning goal, but the edge late in the game against Ashllxyy. We're back on Farmstead again. I swear when I'm playing ranked sometimes, the game tries to keep me on the same map multiple times in a row. All of these games played by khalid and Ashllxyy were played on the same day, and I think that day was about a week ago, so not too far. Wait, khalid going double flip reset. Certainly not something we get to see out of him in show match situations. Ashllxyy pinching over possession. Now this is more the khalid we're used to seeing as he pulls the ball down into a bounce dribble. His hook shot gets Ashllxyy to save high, and a nice low 50. Great decision making to chip that ball up and get up early, make it look like he might, cut underneath it, dribble it higher. All that kind of threatening makes Ashllxyy feel like he needs to get up in the air immediately, and that helps khalid win that low 50. A kickoff for Ashllxyy, and we have scored 3 goals in 1 minute. Took, I think, about 4 minutes to get to 3 goals in the previous matchup between these two. We are watching them all in chronological order. So how it's happening here in this video is how it happened live, or not live, but when these guys played it. Wow, what a shot from Ashllxyy. Convenient takeaway. I can't, remember what happened there. khalid just seemed to get a strong touch, and Ashllxyy sending it to the ceiling and into the net immediately. Ashllxyy, this time the ceiling shot eaten up by khalid. Great defense from khalid. Wow. Really good read. He knows Ashllxyy likes those air dribble plays, or those wall-to-air dribble or ceiling shots. He's definitely a player who goes for them, when a kickoff is won to the side wall like that. And khalid falling from the ceiling to eat it up. Ashllxyy trying to get a boost steal, but wow, khalid, that is really good movement to be able to cut underneath that ball and keep it in front of him. I assume he was very low on boost. It's hard to check now. If we had replays on a live show match, we could go back and watch to see how much boost he was operating with, but I'm pretty sure he was not, playing with very much, just playing super efficient, scooping and staying underneath that ball. Ashllxyy staying in it right now with kickoff goals. I think that's the second time he's thrown a kickoff goal after khalid pushing the lead up a little bit higher. So he's got himself within 1. And we've already surpassed the scoring of this first game, I'm pretty sure. Both these guys hanging out with very little boost, not wanting to give up on the possession. Just bounce those in favor of Ashllxyy. An air roll shot, placing the ball high, and the continuation cannot get saved. khalid had pre-jumped it early, but almost because Ashllxyy hit it soft, it meant that khalid had no power to send it away, and his save had to be soft. We talk about that a lot. How sometimes, you know, strength is not necessarily what you want against a defender who's shadowing and ready to make the save, because we see it happen with Rawas like a super great amount based on the way he plays defense. But if, you know, you're shadowing directly behind and you're going with no momentum, all the power that you get for your clear is generated from the shot. So a lot of times players against Rawas, they just don't even shoot it really. They chip it up for like a single bounce and let it softly fall on to the back of Rawas, and he has absolutely no, you know, ball speed to clear the ball, and then the continuation is much easier. So basically that's what Ashllxyy did there as well. A soft shot to the top shelf. khalid, who had pre-jumped and was ready in the shadow defense, just couldn't give it any extra power. Nice backboard defense from Ashllxyy there. A minute 30 left to go. Ashllxyy is in the driver's seat. That being said, khalid has a bounce dribble. Cross map. Always a tough situation to be defending in. Oh my goodness. khalid tying it up in stylistic fashion as he cuts that ball and just leaves Ashllxyy's ankles completely broken. You can see Ashllxyy flying in the air, trying his best to make it worth something. khalid waiting until the last moment to get this clear away. Can't demo Ashllxyy, so Ashllxyy falling off the wall. He has 100 boosts, but starting to dribble from a little bit too high. Hard to really get this, you know, ball to move enough to fake out a defender when you're dropping straight down from the ceiling. So frequently you need to be cutting the ball up into the air. But khalid, a nice challenge in midfield. Ashllxyy had possession for, you know, about the previous minute, looking to try and get a shot attempt off of it. khalid says no. I truly do my best to watch these in surprise with you guys. I look for replays online that, you know, are between two good players, and then for the most part, do my best to ignore who won and when. Ashllxyy, a nice 50 in the air and a wave dash shot to get a 6. So 19 seconds left to go. Turns out I found some good games apparently. khalid, his kickoff shot, sent to the crossbar and down. I can't believe he didn't find a way in. The double is there, Ashllxyy. It felt like he could have covered that. Oh my goodness, it felt like if Ashllxyy had gotten up early enough, that ball was knocked too high to be covered by a single jump, but Ashllxyy thought he had more time. He is going to win the race out to this midfield boost. khalid, you can see Ashllxyy wishing he could demo khalid because it's going to be hard to score any other way. He takes this one back down to the ground. Oh my goodness, Ashllxyy, does he score this? I did not know this happened. I did not know this happened in this replay, guys. I swear. That was a nasty 0-second goal. Ashllxyy catching the ball off the dribble, somehow keeping it in the air. khalid could not keep it out. 7-7 in overtime game between khalid and Ashllxyy. The last one was scored basically on the final moments. This one is overtime. Ashllxyy maybe losing control of that dribble a little bit as he let it roll quickly straight at khalid. Still staying aggressive on this possession. Not a lot of boosts. And now is the danger zone if he tries to continue this play for a little bit too long. In fact, he might already be in a tough situation because he's having to go back and defend with no boost. Luckily for him, he did a good job of keeping khalid somewhat low. So khalid's shot, not the best that he could have hoped for. But this air dribble attempt from khalid leaves a lot to be desired. Nothing coming from that first touch, as he could not get it close enough to the net. Ashllxyy, a full field dribble. This is where he loves to play, but never mind. He's going to take it back down to the ground. Ooh, the early wave dash. I think he just left the net open. He tried to adjust his dribble, but man, I think both these guys are playing nervous now. Earlier in the series, I feel like khalid gets that counterattack quickly with absolutely no worries, but Ashllxyy will dunk him and get the win An 8-7 win for Ashllxyy in the second game. But don't worry, these guys played again as we move to game number 3. Utopia Coliseum, back to a map that we actually sometimes play on show matches. Ashllxyy versus oKhaliD, third game between these guys. Played this night about a week ago. Ashllxyy's going to score right away with a kickoff goal. But what a crazy finish. I'm so glad I found that second game. That game alone was worth, its own video. Ashllxyy immediately pulling up for air dribbles at the start of this game, feeling confident. Not able to connect. And now stuck in net, I think, with not a lot of boost. Great challenge as oKhaliD executing the bounce dribble just outside the net. What a save from Ashllxyy. That's great placement from oKhaliD. He's not going to give up, though, as he continues to put it in the perfect spot to force the toughest of saves before finally getting a goal about 40 seconds in. Ooh, Ashllxyy, another kickoff goal. We haven't seen many kickoff goals from either one of these guys so far in this session, but certainly one of them could break it open if they could start getting consistent kickoff wins. oKhaliD is potentially going to tie it back up. Wow, Ashllxyy has had so many of those saves. Somehow hooking around the ball, sending it off the post, and keeping himself up one. He has a lot of boost here too. oKhaliD trying to, make a continued play, but I imagine he's going to have a hard time keeping possession especially against an Ashllxyy with 70 boost. That turned out to be true, but Ashllxyy sending it down to the other side of the field, stuck in net once again. A strong save and a good read that oKhaliD was going to go high. You saw Ashllxyy drive up the back wall in preparation for the flick. I think he would have had a much harder time saving something low if oKhaliD had just dropped it down. Ashllxyy, although he still would have gotten there, he had more boost to make the play. I think his recovery would have been a little bit more awkward. oKhaliD, first flick, second flick. Ashllxyy, man, he can cover the first few, but he can't keep him out forever as oKhaliD gets a third. oKhaliD catch off the wall. Ashllxyy couldn't find the angle. oKhaliD thought he was going to have an uncontested dribble. Another crazy ceiling setup. The ball just moving way too much vertically for him to be able to get away with doing anything in the air, but it doesn't matter. Whatever was happening, Ashllxyy was panicking, as I think he might have feels backflipped off the corner of the net there. Not sure if maybe he drove off thinking he was going to get his first jump, but it turned out to be a second, and he flipped because he really didn't pressure the ball at all. Ooh, oKhaliD. Nice quick recovery. Seemed like he had given Ashllxyy an open net, but instead made it back in time, and oh my goodness, oKhaliD just toying with Ashllxyy right now. Ashllxyy right at the edge of making good plays, but oKhaliD always seeming to get the better. Immediate pinch from oKhaliD at the midfield. Try and buy himself some more time to reset on boost. Ashllxyy's hook shot is high, and he is going to try and force out the shot for a second, or a third, I should say. Instead of going for that back corner boost, you see players a lot will, throw a hook shot and then spend that time to steal the back corner and play from there, knowing they have the advantage. But instead, Ashllxyy basically baiting oKhaliD to go into that corner for the boost so that he could take a shot on net. And it worked out exactly that way. 5-3. oKhaliD, a nice fake, man. Ashllxyy, dude, it seems like he's breaking his own ankles a little bit, but he might have kept oKhaliD out. No. Ashllxyy is just playing so panicked right now. Credit to oKhaliD for, being in the right spots and setting up good situations. But he's not even necessarily, driving into these fakes. It's just Ashllxyy expecting certain things to happen and trying to pre-jump them, trying to be quick and in position. But kickoff goals have done him well, as he gets a kickoff goal to put himself back within 2. oKhaliD, the low 50. Great recovery from Ashllxyy, who landed backwards and was going to need to use some nice power slides to stay with it. But what does he do with this great recovery? Well, he ends up handing over a free shot. Nice chain dash. 7-4, a minute 23 left to go. oKhaliD getting the edge in a matchup that so far neither one of these guys have been able to find an edge. A minute 19 left on the clock. oKhaliD doubling up Ashllxyy's score line. Oh, a forfeit. I think Ashllxyy thought that was going in. He had enough after he seemingly missed that kickoff, but it turns out the ball wasn't going in. Maybe a little bit of a premature forfeit, but he was panicking. It did seem like he was getting in his own head there at the end of that game. So oKhaliD will take game 3. I think that means 2 of the games went to oKhaliD, but 1 went to Ashllxyy in spectacular fashion. Thanks for watching on YouTube, guys. I haven't mentioned this very often because I don't stream or don't record just to you guys, but I think about like only 40% of the watch time is coming from subscribers right now. So if you're watching this video and you really enjoyed it and you stuck around long enough to hear the outro instead of just leaving as soon as the game ended, then subscribe. It would mean a lot. We're working on getting to 10K. I'm hoping to get 10K before the end of the year, and I think it's actually going to be pretty close. I might not get it. So if you want to help, let's get 10K subscribers, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.